Hi, I'm meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You've clicked on the Weather Now link on this bright, blustery, chilly Tuesday. We're in a weather alert. Yeah, winter making a comeback. We have some snow on the way for Wednesday. Fortunately, we're not dealing with or expecting a major snowstorm or a major snowfall. But with that said, some small accumulations are coming up on Wednesday. We're looking at North Kingstown. We're taping this as of 3:30 in the afternoon. Sunny skies, but that wind today making it feel a little cooler or colder. And looking at New Bedford as well. And really no weather issues the remainder of the afternoon and evening, and even into the overnight. Snow starting, it's around mid-morning on Wednesday. So we take a look at our threat tracker, and we'll elevate it to our weather alert on Wednesday. Winter's back. Wet snow just about everywhere. There'll be a little mixing right along the immediate south shore, some cold rain mixing with the wet snow, but it's mostly snow. Amounts are going to range from around a coating right along the shoreline to a couple of inches elsewhere. So it's not a lot of snow, but it's certainly enough to slow things down a little bit. But keep in mind that this time of year, especially when it snows during the daylight hours, a lot of times most of it actually melts on paved surfaces. So while the roads will end up mainly wet, the better chances for the snow accumulating would be on non-paved surfaces, grassy areas, car tops, decks, shrubs, and things like that. Thursday looks like a decent day. So locally, it's quiet. We've got to go all the way down to, in fact, widen the view out even more. Well, first of all, we're bright and cool here in New England. Got to head down towards the deep south, and you see some of that moisture coming out of the Gulf. And that's the moisture headed our way for Wednesday. And the air should be marginally cold enough to support mainly wet snow. So when we take this into the future, and here's that moisture advancing north and east. This is around 6 in the morning. It starts off dry at daybreak, but should be snowing by mid-morning, meaning around by 9 a.m. And then it will continue the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. That blue represents snow. Right along the immediate shoreline, there may be just a little bit of rain mixing in, not much, mostly wet snow. And then a lot of this is pulling away by later Wednesday evening, so it's kind of a quick hitter. We're getting real close. As far as accumulations, we've certainly seen more in the past this winter, but generally for most areas, 1 to 2 inches of wet snow right along the immediate shoreline. It may be more of a coating to an inch. So with that said, let's take a look at it in more detail. A major storm is not expected. Small accumulations, coating to 2 inches. And again, the roads are more wet than white. I don't think this is a snowplow operation. Now, there may be a little bit of slush on the roads, but it's going to stick more readily to non-paved surfaces. So as I said before, car tops, grassy surfaces, soiled surfaces, patio decks, shrubs and things like that. Whereas there's going to be a lot of melting on the pavement as it snows during the day. The temperature, even though it's cold enough to support snow, the temperatures are not terribly cold. In fact, it's going to be around 34, 35 degrees, and that tends to cause the snow to melt on the pavement. So we're looking okay for tonight, just certainly colder than last night and dry through about 6 a.m. And then by roughly mid-morning, the snow is starting around 9 a.m. and becoming steadier by 11 o'clock in the morning. And for a time during the afternoon, it will come down at a pretty good clip, but also take note of the temperature. It's actually snowing where it's just above the freezing mark. And again, this time of year, in early March, almost spring, a lot of times the snow tends to melt on the sidewalk, melt on the roadway, but it sticks elsewhere. But certainly, be careful traveling, allow for some extra travel time and reduce kind of your travel speeds. And a lot of this should be pulling away by later tomorrow evening and tomorrow night.